You know what I mean? That's how it always
But
goes.
why do you think it's happening? Could it be a reaction to so much commercial music hitting people and I don't know, like a backlash against too much plastic crap?
Yes and no. I think that there's just nothing new these days that is appealing to a lot of people. I mean, um, everything's so copycat. You know what I mean? And not even in music, but like look at movies. They're remaking everything because they don't have any new ideas. You know what I mean?
That's
And I
kind
think
of sad,
with
isn't it?
music, it's kind of like, well, a lot of stuff has been done, so a lot of people are, you know, don't know how to create something new. Um, you know, and liking things that are old and outdated is a new trend. Like within the past, 10 years, down like you know, you look at it and you see it in like the hipster scene. You know what I mean? Wearing really vintage clothing and like vintage everything. You know, vintage cameras. You know, like now it's like vintage music. You know what I mean? People are really getting into what's not around anymore because a lot of people feel, that if nobody likes it and they do, then it makes them cooler. You know what I mean? And then everybody likes it, and then they don't like it anymore. That's just how all the trends seem to go in my eyes. But I wouldn't say that it's trendy for these bands, but for a lot of the fans, it ends up being trendy.
So you think it's going to, sorry to interrupt you, so you think it's going to eventually fade out, even out at some point?
A little bit. I think like in my eyes, like bands like Skeleton Witch are amazing. Like they're a take on old thrash, but
but with their own way.
With their own way kind of like approach, and I dig it a lot because it's real metal. You know what I mean? And it's got a lot of old school influence to it, which I just love. Because you don't hear it anymore these days. Like all the new bands and the new generation of kids that are into metal had a different they had a different introduction into metal. You know what I mean? They didn't grow up on the big four. Their big four was what? Slipknot and Korn and so of course they're gonna like bands that sound like that. They're gonna like Suicide Silence because it sounds like Korn. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So for me, hearing a band that reminds me of the big four makes me excited. And I think that there'll always be bands like that. You know what I mean? There'll always be a Skeleton Witch or 3 Inches of Blood. But the fans, I think, will come and go because for some of them it's real, for some of them it's trendy. So we'll see.
So what happens next? What are you looking forward to?
A lot of stuff. I mean, we got a headliner that we're doing after this tour. Well, right after this tour, we're gonna like do some shows in like the whole Pacific Rim thing. We're doing some shows with Lamb of God, and then we're doing like Soundwave in Australia. Come back to the States, do a headliner in the States. And we're all really excited on the lineup for that. And then the summer will tell what we're doing then. But I'm sure we'll be doing something. We always stay busy.
I have one final question for you, and I actually ask it from all of the musicians I talk to because I think it's important. Are you happy?
Yeah.
Because see, I think it's very important for the fans, especially as you said, times are hard, and I know people who sometimes have to choose between buying food and buying music, and in a lot of cases they choose music.
Mm-hmm.
So what I'm asking you, are you happy doing this? Do you feel like, I don't know, like maybe part of a bigger thing, like maybe you're giving back something to the world, maybe helping the world be a slightly better place?
I think that's kind of what it's all about. You know what I mean? Like when kids come to the shows, the idea isn't for everyone to get rowdy. The idea is for everyone to just cut loose. Forget about your girlfriend that's screaming at you at home. Forget about your bills that you are stressing about paying. Forget about your shitty job and your shitty boss. You know what I mean? Like, come to the show and forget it. Leave it all outside. Come in, let loose, enjoy yourself, go crazy, lose your mind. You know what I mean? That's what it's all about. That's what it's all about. You know what I mean? Just having a good time and. Like we're all there for the same reason. We can't be here if it wasn't for them. So it's a really good exchange. You know what I mean? The kids that come up and say that, you know, oh, you guys have helped me through hard times. You know what I mean? Well, that means a lot. You know what I mean? Because you've helped us. You know what I mean? Like we have this, you know, the great opportunity to be here and to be able to tour around and play music for people that like it because of them. You know, it's a great exchange, and you know, if it touches people in more than just a, you know, they want to bang their head, then that's even better. But this is like a dream job. You know what I mean? Granted, it's not like, you know, crazy rock star luxury like people seem to think it is. I mean, it's the metal world.
I
Come
think
on.
those times have
You
gone
yeah,
about 20 years now.
Far gone. You know, and you know, people think, oh yeah, you guys probably get chicks throwing themselves at you. I'm like, it's all guys at our shows. It's like 2 girls there, and they came with their boyfriends, so don't even think it's like that either. You know, and it's, you know, people tell me all the time, like, is it worth it? You know, and I'm like, well, of course it's worth it. But I think people should be doing this because they want to do it. You know what I mean? It's not. I wouldn't. You know, you can't do this expecting to get rich because it's not going to happen. You know what I mean? It is what it is. It's not pop music. You know what I mean? We're not going to sell millions of records, or a million for that matter. You know, like, we do it because we like it and we have this great opportunity. So, you know, of course, our minds are all blown all the time. You know, when we play these shows and there's all these kids screaming at us because they, you know, and they know our names, or you know, they know the songs and the lyrics, you know, and they're paying money to watch you, and they're buying your shirts that you create and all this stuff, and you know, that's it's an amazing feeling. So yeah, of course we're happy.
Okay, can we have a final word, a message to the fans?
Just want to thank everybody. You know, thanks for being so supportive over the years, and we hope that you stay that way. We'll just keep writing music and listening to you, and you know, paying attention to what you like. Thanks. Also, there's a band from where Black Dahlia is from that just got signed to Metal Blade, and I try to give them a shout out.
What's their name?
Battlecross.
Oh, I know them.
Yeah.
Oh, they're actually brilliant.
They're a great band, and I just think that everyone needs to hear them. So, and I would love to see them grow as a band. And
I was actually surprised at the quality, as I remember reviewing their album, and I'm like, whoa, that's good stuff.
It's a great album. It's a great album, and I think it's very refreshing for me, at least. You know, their music's refreshing, and it's coming out at a time that I wanted to hear something refreshing. You know what I mean? Like when it's such an oversaturation of like these trendy bands. You know, I wanted to hear some real metal come out. So
thank you very much for this.
Thank you.